Today's video is going to be all about coming home to yourself. And what does that mean? What does that even look like? Well, if you're a woman in your 30s, in your 40s, hell, your 20s, your 50s, this video is for you. If you've ever looked in the mirror and said, where is she? Where did I go? Where am I in my own life? You have the choice to bring yourself on home and to make space in your life for yourself. Let's talk about how. In my years as a boudoir photographer, I've been doing this for 15 years. I have met women from all walks of life, color, creed, race, and it doesn't matter. And the overarching theme is that everybody's looking for something. Everyone's looking to reclaim something of themselves or discover it for the very first time. And that's what makes what I do so special, is that I get to be a small part of somebody's journey who is ready to open up to new experiences. Or sometimes women are just celebrating themselves, like, I've done so much and I just want to celebrate this. But many times there's the client who comes in and says, you know what, Veronica, I'm this, and this, and I just don't see me in my own life. One particular client, when she came in, she was getting her hair and makeup done, and she was talking about how she's a fitness instructor, she's in nursing school, she's a wife, she's a mom, and you know, her kids are in sports and things like that. And I asked her, I said, where are you in your own life? Where are you in all of this? And she said, well, Veronica, that's exactly why I'm here. I am looking to reclaim myself. Like, I want to take me back. And so that shoot, that day, when people are there for a specific reason, something so powerful like that, it comes through in the photos. You're here on a mission, and it is so beautiful to watch it unfold, like, literally in time right before me, and I get to freeze it in time. The images resulting from that session are still some of my top favorites. The truth is that none of those parts of you are lost. They just have been ignored for so long, and it's time to just come on back. It's time to come on back. It's time. It's time to return home to yourself again. So let's talk about how you do that. And for any woman who's ever asked herself, like, how did I get here? What happened to me? You did this to you. You got you here. And that's not to blame or to shame, but it's literally just to say the thing out loud that nobody else is trying to say. And it's not that you meant to do it. You were doing what you were supposed to do. You were showing up for everybody else, but you forgot to show up for yourself as well. Now here's the turning point. You have to start asking yourself some questions. What lights you up? Who are you now? Maybe you need to return to some things that you still enjoy, that you're still interested in, that you no longer do. Maybe you used to dance. When was the last time you traveled? Or even to make it something simpler, when was the last time that you splurged on that one beauty item that you said you wanted? When you start feeling that you're missing out on those things, you can become resentful, even to the people you love. There was a time when, even in my marriage, where I felt like my husband just wasn't doing enough, like, he's traveling, he working, he paying the bills. But still, because everything else in the present, in the physical, was piled on me, I kind of felt resentful toward him, toward his job. And then I had to start realizing that's because you know he's doing what he's supposed to do. You know that. But I also wasn't doing what I was supposed to do by caring for myself while I was caring for everybody else. And I say all that to say that I've been there. And I want you to know that it's not too late. You're not too far gone. You're not too busy. Those are just excuses that we rely on when we don't know what to do or how to do it. But the fact is that you just got to start moving in a direction. Any direction that points you to whatever it is that's calling you. So how do you do that? You start small. You start by making space in your own life for yourself. Make space to breathe, to move, to feel. I put this at number one because this was a big lesson for me. My dad had come over just to, say hi to me and the kids and stuff like that, to hang out or whatever. Mario was on travel, and basically I'm sitting there like on the couch, we're watching TV, and I had said to him at one point, like, Dad, I really feel like I'm supposed to be doing something right now. I feel like I'm not supposed to just be sitting here on the couch. The house was clean, the kids were fed. He was like, you gotta learn how to relax. And it's funny, that one little sentence that seems so simple, it was like a weight was dropped into my lap. I had to start realizing that it was okay to just sit around for a day, to rest. So for you, learn how to be still. Learn how to relax, rest, daydream. Let yourself sit and have space to breathe. Give yourself permission to exist without being productive, because rest in itself is productive. Secondly, reclaim rituals that make you feel beautiful. So if there's something that you used to do that you don't do anymore, or there's that one product that you haven't splurged on that you want so much, treat yourself to the one thing that you need, the one thing that you've been wanting. Add a little something else into your beauty routine, take something away, switch something up. Even wear your favorite perfume around the house. You might not be going anywhere, but give yourself a little spritz. So that way, every time you get a whiff of yourself, you're like, damn, girl, you smell good. Things like that are sacred reminders that you are worthy of the attention and the adoration. So this one is a two-parter. I want you to begin with a small act of rebellion. For example, if you never move your body, move it sensually. Move your body in a way that feels good to you, not because you feel like you have to perform or because anybody else is watching. One of the best quotes that speaks to this is dance like nobody's watching. And that's because it's not about performing. It's not about impressing anybody. What feels good to you? What ways is your body telling you to move? And then wear that bold lipstick. That's another act of rebellion. If you don't usually wear bold colors. I had a client who came into the studio and she just let us do anything. And so when she saw our makeup, she was like, oh my gosh, I look so beautiful. And she asked my makeup artist what color the lipstick was that she was wearing. It was a red lip. And she said, I don't usually wear red lipstick at all, like ever. She was like, but I love the way this looks on me. And then later she texted me, she was at the store and she purchased that lipstick. And so I'm pretty sure she's prancing around in her bold lip, and that raised her confidence. So it's things like that that will give you a little boost. Do something outside of your comfort zone and you'll see that it's really not all that scary to begin with. And I like to call these sacred acts of self-love because it has a ripple effect. You do these small things and then it leads to bigger and larger effects. And I want you to start saying no to anything that is not a full-bodied hell yes. Drop the people pleasery. We're going to talk about that. That's going to be another video. How not to be a people pleaser anymore. Because I feel like once you get used to saying no, it's going to hurt at first. But once you get used to saying no, it's going to be like, damn, this is freeing. Again, goes back to saying no. If it can't fit in your schedule, if somebody's asking you something that's going to put you out the way, don't do it. Just say no, because you don't have that weight of anybody else's expectations on you, and you're okay with them being upset. They'll be all right. They'll be upset a little bit, but they'll be all right. I promise you. This is a soft space for strong women, and you're free to show up just as you are. And before I sign out, I just want to remind you that your life is yours to shape softly, slowly, and on your own terms. I'll see you in the next video. Okay, so boom, I forgot to tell y'all, before I start this next video, I released my Sensual Affirmations journal. I wrote and designed this journal just for anybody who wants to deepen their self-love and channel the highest expression of who they are. This is a beautiful journal, and it has affirmations and sensual practices, integration pages. It's also undated, so people can start it at any time. It's just a beautiful journal that I created for people to deepen their self-love. And I'm really, really proud of this. I have mine. I use mine. I've been getting some really good feedback on this. So I just wanted to share that with you all. This is what I've been up to. Very, very busy building my empire, baby. Anyway, if you want more information about these, the link is in the description. I love you so much, and I'll see you soon.